My name is Kimberly Wahama, and I'm the Events and Marketing Manager at Northern Ontario Angels. And today I have the honor to speak with our special guest, Benton Leong, a serial entrepreneur and investor. Benton, you joined us last summer in North Bay, where we co-hosted in the City and Invest North Bay an entrepreneurial boot camp and private investor workshop. We had over 100 people attend the 2 days, and it was a great success. Then you mentioned what a gift we have here in the north with lakes and no commutes, and why are we not attracting more businesses to the north? NOA follows North Bay's Mayor Al McDonald on his social media recruitment posts where he states, "Are you tired of tiny condos and gridlock? North Bay can be your backyard, only 3 hours and 15 minutes away." So I get it. I moved back to the north 15 years ago, and I had been in Toronto for over 25 years. It's incredible to live, work, and play without the commute. So Benton, I understand you've been busy over the past couple of days in meetings with our NOA North Bay consultant, Larry Fold. What is the purpose of your visit this time?
Well, Kimberly, since I came up that first time in July of last year, I've been up several times since. This is my fourth visit. And with every visit, I'm coming to love North Bay more and more. Look at where I am. I'm on Trout Lake. I'm enjoying myself. My wife and I are up here for a working vacation. So I'm totally having a good time. 2 nights ago, we were out on a pontoon boat in the dark of the night, watching the northern sky and seeing the meteor shower. It doesn't get any better than that, right? So I'm also taking the opportunity to meet with various parties, the university, the college that's here, to see how they might be engaged in terms of helping to create that innovation ecosystem that I talked about a year ago. So there certainly is an appetite to work together, to collaborate and build, for example, an incubator that would be able to help new entrepreneurs, new founders, get their businesses launched in Northern Ontario. Here, in fact, more specifically in North Bay. So that's why I'm up here.
Oh,
It's
that's
part work and part relaxation.
excellent. So I understand there's a need to increase the pool of skilled scientists and engineers to meet the hiring needs of local North Bay tech companies. Why is that?
This is something that I hear again and again, Kimberly. Uh, Companies tell me that they're constrained in terms of how large they can grow because they can't find the skilled workforce that they need. The computer scientists, the software engineers, the hardware engineers, the scientists. And so I think that that's something that has to be solved in order to allow smaller companies to become much larger companies. They have that potential. They've got the customers even. It's just how do they build out their company to provide the services or the products that are needed. And so I think that part of the solution is to bring into Northern Ontario some of the people that are in Southern Ontario who are somewhat disaffected by life down there, and COVID-19 actually is helping. They don't want to be in a place that has a dense population, and they don't also want to be in a place where traffic is so bad. I myself hate driving on the 401. So moving to a place where the lifestyle is better, where you don't have those long congested traffic jams, and where in fact real estate is much more affordable than in Southern Ontario, is part of the lure in getting scientists and engineers to come up here. On this particular trip, I brought up two colleagues who are serial entrepreneurs who have a lot of experience in both the hardware and the software industry. Also, one of my colleagues has done a lot in terms of the medtech industry. So they're here to look around, see who they can help. And in fact, we're talking to some young companies here that want our advice and want our guidance. And now Asan Murdamati and Pavan Malati are each separately considering getting a cottage here. You'll remember, Kimberly, that a year ago, I told you that I would help drive skilled labor up towards Northern Ontario. and I think it's starting to happen now.
That's great. And you talk about lure, and the fishing's really good up here too.
Absolutely. Now, I've never gone ice fishing myself. My friends tell me, Benton, you got to come back here in the wintertime and we'll take you ice fishing.
That sounds great. So how is Northern Ontario and Southern Ontario helping each other by co-investing in some promising tech companies?
Well, another thing that I'm hearing, especially from the investors up here, is that we don't quite have the deal flow of promising companies, investable companies that you see all the time in Southern Ontario. Well, the reality in Canada is that there just simply is not enough capital to help fund all the companies that deserve capital, that really do have promising futures. So I'm willing to, or I'd like to basically send some of those deals and share them with Northern Ontario Angels. And at the same time, I think that some of the companies that are being incubated here in Northern Ontario, whether it's in Sudbury or in North Bay, are companies that I'd like to sort of share with my investors down in Waterloo or in Toronto. And you know what makes it much easier to do these days? It's that we've all gotten very comfortable with Zoom meetings. So this year, compared to last year, Northern Ontario, Southern Ontario are much closer together. Instead of driving up for 5 hours from Waterloo to North Bay, I can be in a meeting with your entrepreneurs, your mentors, and your city officials in 2 minutes instead of 5 hours.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Benton, for your time today. Visit us at northernontarioangels.ca and find out more about North Bay at investinnorthbay.ca.